Namaste and welcome. I'm Ishani for Craft Angles, and today I will feature this beautiful stamp set called Festive Lights, which can be used for your Diwali cards or for the Christmas cards. The design team has been sharing various projects featuring the stamp set. Make sure that you stop by the Let's Create Handmade blog for more inspiration. I'm sharing 3 Diwali cards using this set. I hope you'll like them. The first card is a simple and vibrant card where I'm using the new watercolors by Craft Angles. You can come up with so many designs with this set. You can use this string of lights or the solid stamps. I'm taking this long bulb for my first card, which could also be a Christmas card, but I'll use this sentiment and make it a Diwali card. I'll be using these recently launched watercolors by Craft Angles. The gold dust, which is golden watercolor, silver moonlight is silver, and shooting star, which is a shimmery watercolor. You will see how they look in my projects today. I take 4¼ by 5½ inches ruby red cardstock by Craft Angles, which is 250 GSM in weight, and I am blending a darker red color on 2 corners of the paper. I am using raspberry jam by Hero Arts here, but you can use any darker shade color which you have. I am using Bristol heavyweight cardstock, which is also meant for watercoloring, and I picked it up from the handmade store. I cut out a piece of it and use a waterproof ink for stamping the lights and paint them with gold dust watercolor with a 0 number brush. I'm using silver moonlight for the top of the bulbs and then sprinkling some gold colored droplets at the places where I had blended the dark red color. And until they are dry, I cut my bulbs out, and with the black pen I color the edges. I position the bulbs and see how I would like to lay them, and then with a silver pen I'm drawing the wire along the edge where I had darkened the paper. I am using Versamark to stamp my sentiment and heat emboss it with gold embossing powder. On a top folding note card, which is a little bigger than my front panel, I paint the edges with the gold dust color. By the time the edges dry, I am adhering the bulbs onto the panel with glue. Just at the top of the bulb, I put a little glue. And I stick the panel to the golden edges top folding cardstock. And here's a festive red and gold Diwali card, which will surely brighten up somebody's day. For the next card, I have kept it clean and simple and let the sentiment and the bulbs create their effect. I'm using 250 GSM navy blue cardstock and I prep it with anti-static powder. I'm stamping the bulb on the wire on top of the cardstock with Versamark ink and use a white opaque embossing powder to heat emboss it. I use a white gel pen to fill in the space which was left out, and then using moonlight watercolor, I color my bulbs. As they dry, I take the Happy Diwali sentiment from the stamp set Diwali Sentiments and heat emboss with the same white embossing powder. Then I take a yellow color pencil and color my bulbs with them. On the top, I use white pencil to fill in the metallic part. I also use glossy accents to fill in the bulbs for the glassy look. For the base of my card, I am taking medieval mosaic stencil and I dry emboss it on the front panel of my top folding note card. Then, using a 3D foam tape, I adhere the navy panel on my textured card base. The texture looks lovely in real life and gives the card a great look. I hope you like this clean and simple version of the Diwali card. For the last card, I chose to give the sentiment a focus and make it colorful the way our Diwali is. I am taking 270 GSM iris cardstock by Craft Angles and I cut it into A2 size. I am using the round bulb stamp for this card and 2 sentiments from the stamp set Diwali sentiments, Shubh Deepavali and may this festival of light brighten your life and bring happiness, joy and prosperity for you and your family as the second sentiment. I take my stamping platform and stamp the sentiments using archival ink. With the black micron pen, I make some loops all around the edges depicting the festive light loops, and then I stamp the bulbs all around the edge with the waterproof ink. Now that my bulbs are done, I am taking the round solid stamp and stamping my bulbs with colorful inks depicting the colorful ladhiyan we put on during Diwali. I die cut the front panel with the frame die and on a side folding card base I adhere it. To add more color and interest, I take colorful sequins and adhere them with glossy accents. Here's another card, very different from others, but as bright and beautiful as the festival of Diwali. I hope you liked the ideas I shared, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe the channel for more card making ideas. Thank you very much for watching and wish you all a very happy Diwali.